Hello, YouTube. It's been a while since I have gone live, and there really is any excuse for that other than quite possibly laziness. So, not very good. What I want to talk about today is the evolution of my trademark. If you've been visiting my website, you might have seen the story. Um, I'm going to try to talk to you about it without, yeah, I haven't got no notes, so if I'm waffling, I do apologize. Um, Back in 2005, 2006, or something like that, I had a conversation. I had started a business under another name, and it was a completely ridiculous name. It was my two last names, and then the word law after that. And seriously, not a good idea. And I ran into a situation that made me decide to close that business. I'm not going to go into that story now. That's a different story for another day. What I did do then, excuse me, was I had a conversation with a really, really good friend of mine called Chris Morrall. And he helped me figure out what the name of my business should be. And the reason why it's called GRAND IPR is because my late uncle owned a cinema in the center of Copenhagen called GRAND TEATRET. So that's where that bit comes from. And IPR, you don't need to understand this, but that there's a point in it, is the abbreviation of intellectual property rights. So that's the reason for the name of my business. And to begin with, I was not convinced that that was going to be my business name, but I actually absolutely love it today because of the fact that whenever I speak about it, I'm sending a greeting out in the universe to my late uncle, and I really like that idea. Um, so I'm just pushing the screen back a bit so that I don't cut my own hair off. um, then a while later, um, I was put in touch with this guy. I can only remember his first name, so I'm not going to name him. If you are watching, it's not because I don't want to acknowledge you. It's just that I forgot your last name. I do apologize for that. Um, he was to help me with the graphic representation of my trademark. And he sat there doing these things, and I was like, a bit like the mother in played by Julie Andrews in what's it called? Um, that animation, Despicable Me. She's like the whole time. So funny. Um, so I was not impressed, and then he was like, "Okay, so draw for me a bit, or write for me what you want it to look like." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So took out a blue pen from my handbag and scribbled something onto a piece of paper. And he looked at it, and then he looked at me, and then he said, "You should totally use your handwriting." And I was like, "Have you gone completely raving mad?" And because he understood that I'm a legal person, that's my training, I'm a master of law, he knew that he really needed to build his case to convince me, which he did quite well, by the way. I can't remember his exact words, but what came through very loud and clear, and what I was able to hear at the time, was that my handwriting is quite unique. So that's the whole point in using my handwriting. And at first I was like, as I said, "Are you completely mad? Crazy." But as I said, he built up his case, and I just sat back completely baffled, and I was like, okay, maybe maybe you're right. And he was, of course. It was just a matter of me sort of changing my perspective a bit. So I did, and then I went back and wrote it in um, a sketch, well, maybe not a sketchbook, but on drawing paper, and did a few different takes, and you can see some of the examples on my website, and finally found one that I liked. And so at a much later stage, I found this intelligent young guy, Martin Ra, who then cleaned it up and vectorized it for me so that it's still my handwriting, but it's become more beautiful. And then I got him to make the shield or the coat of arms for me as well. And I'm just so pleased with the end result, as you can imagine. So, I'm really, really happy with it. And what I then said to him was that the coloring had to be black, platinum grey, and royal blue. And those are the colors. And as you can tell, I like blue. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And I do apologize if I've waffled a bit. It would be great if there were any reactions to this. That would be really nice. If not, too bad. I hope that this has been of value to you. Remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, don't do anything. That's totally fine. And I will put a link to the article on my website so that you can actually see what I'm talking about, because there has been an evolution of the trademark. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.